Jared Goff. Guys, let's revisit before the season, before the 1-6, before the 4-7. Okay? I sat up here and I told you, Jared Goff is a good bridge quarterback for you. And that you would be able to draft your quarterback in 23, sit him for 23, and then he would be the future moving forward after that, like Alex Smith did. The problem I have this morning is more often than not in these one-possession games, Jared Goff is coming up short. And you can't win a division if you can't win one-possession games. You can't contend for a wild card spot if you can't win one-possession games, if you can't make the throws. He makes that throw yesterday. You're 5-6, talking about being 6-6, and you are the favorite to get the number 7 seed because Seattle's going to probably drop off. And you're looking at 9-7 likely being that 9-8 likely being that final playoff spot. And you have a chance. And who knows what could happen from here. You at least have a chance. That conversation's over with.
Adam.
It's done with. And now that I've seen Goff enough this year, as much as I want to say, keep him around next year, contend for the playoffs, try to win the division, I think a rookie quarterback can play just as well as Jared Goff.
Can I ask you a question?
Go for it.
Do you think a rookie quarterback, and I'm not defending Goff, because the question I think Brad has to ask, or at least answer, is do you believe a rookie quarterback making significantly less money,
yes,
which allows you to add more talent,
$20 million savings.
Yes, it's a lot, would give you similar production? And what I would ask you is this. Goff right now is 7th in passing yards. He's 6th, tied for 6th in passing touchdowns, and he's 11th in QBR. So the question I would have for you is if you have that Rams pick and you don't have an opportunity.
You ready for this? Because I'm sorry, I have to throw this back at you.
Okay, go.
Because I do not accept that at all.
Because I
would say no, but I don't need him to. You know why? Because in the last 4 games, Jared Goff, 3-1, has thrown for 137 yards, 236 yards, 165 yards, and 240 yards. And in all the losses, 277, 378, 321. Mm-hmm. I don't need that. I'm not asking my rookie. My rookie's walking in, Jeff, with a top 5 O-line.
Yes.
Any running back can run behind it. Mm-hmm. Amon-Ra, St. Brown, Jamison Williams.
It's a great situation.
You're going to have $20 million to spend on a defensive tackle, yes, a linebacker, a corner. I'm not saying day one you're able to go contend for the Super Bowl with a rookie quarterback. No. But I'm sorry. I watched Dak Prescott walk into a very good situation, a very good offensive line, a very good run offense, and they won 13 games. And their defense wasn't the best defense in the NFL. Mm-hmm. It was average. Don't tell me a rookie can't come in here and be 4-7 through 11 games. Because I believe they can. And yes, I would like to see this team make a run for the playoffs and contend for the division next year. And yes, having a rookie quarterback, I would have to temper expectations a bit. I understand that.
Absolutely.
That doesn't change the fact that a rookie quarterback can't come in and over the last 4 games throw for an average of 192 yards and an average of less than 2 touchdowns a game. 1.5 touchdowns a game. A rookie quarterback can do that and not turn the ball over only 1 time in 4 games. I can coach my rookie to play solid football. I've seen rookies come into the league and deliver day one. I've also seen rookies come in and struggle. But if I told you a rookie quarterback could go to any team in the league right now that is young, not a contender, that need a quarterback, the Lions are at the top of that list. Why? Offensive line, offensive coordinator, wide receivers, Jamison Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, draft capital, 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, 2 third-round picks. You're going to be able to go get a tight end if you want in the draft. You can go sign one in free agency. You're going to upgrade the defense if you cut Jared Goff. I'm sorry. The conversation this morning, and coming from me, somebody that continued to always push the Alex Smith narrative, I don't see it. Because he's not Alex Smith, and Dan Campbell's not fucking Andy Reid. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it. So that's the reality you face. I would rather see the quarterback in there, and I think he would be just fine. Because the Lions, again, are doing really good things. There are some positive things I can take away, especially these last 4 weeks. But go look at the 3 games they just won. 137 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 pick. 236 yards, 1 touchdown, no pick. 165 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 picks.
What's been the difference in those games as well?
Defense making timely turnovers, right? Yeah. Forcing turnovers. And, I don't know, their red zone offense, notably the run game. Jared Goff doesn't throw a touchdown pass against the Giants, and they win 31-18.
No, absolutely.
So I want to be fair, but I can't say it's Alex Smith. Give me a similar situation to Alex Smith and Mahomes, because Mahomes was sitting with Andy Reid as his coach and Alex Smith as his mentor. Your rookie quarterback is sitting, behind Jared Goff, who he's probably better than, or at least equal to, maybe slightly worse, and then Dan Campbell, who's not Andy Reid at the moment until proven otherwise.
At least if
So I don't like again, I'm going against what I said.
Right.
Because yesterday was a reminder, when I need you to make a play for me, he's not capable, and that's why NFL quarterbacks are so vital. Because you know what Josh Allen did? He threw a 40-yard dart that maybe 4, 5, 6, 7 other quarterbacks in the NFL can make. You don't have one of them. You don't have one of them. That's why you lose. You need to find him. You need to find him, save the $20 million, throw it in free agency, go get your franchise quarterback. He'll be just fine behind one of the better offensive lines. You can be conservative on offense. You have Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown. I don't want to hear excuses for any rookie quarterback. It's a good situation to come into, Jeff.
And on top of that, too, you have to ask the question. This is why I keep asking. And now, this is just a hypothetical I'm throwing out there for Brad. Whoever you draft, how much is he going to be? And you talk about contending for the division next year. This is why you can kind of go both ways with it, right? If you have a rookie quarterback, you save that money. You can push some of that money towards your defense, which has been abysmal this year and has lost you multiple games. And Jared Goff as well. I mean, even in the Seattle game, yeah, you didn't force the defense to a punt. But if Jared doesn't throw that pick six, you win the game. So there's an argument certainly for both. But I'll bring up Minnesota early in the year. You're leading in the fourth quarter, and the blown play to KJ Osborne, it was really Juju Hughes that misread. Wasn't sure if it was a miscommunication or it was bad coverage, whatever it was. That's what led to that loss. If it wasn't for that play and your defense stepped up and made a play, you're undefeated this year in your divisional games with Jared Goff. So, but to your point, if you feel like a quarterback can come in and give you similar production, then I'm all for it. I really am. I'm not going to sit here and say paying Jared Goff $30 million is the correct way to go. I'm only asking the question, do you feel like a rookie quarterback can bring that type of production? And clearly you think so. And it's a great situation for a rookie quarterback. This isn't Kenny Pickett in Pittsburgh that doesn't have protection. I don't like the play calling in Pittsburgh as it is already. You got a good offensive coordinator. You got a good situation offensively. You're getting J-Mo back in a week. So to your point, yes, it is a good situation for any rookie. You just have to ask yourself, if you bring in a rookie next year, what are your expectations? Would you rather a rookie sit behind Goff for a year and have Goff to try and contend for the division? Because I'm telling you, Adam, that Minnesota game, if Juju Hughes doesn't blow that play for KJ Osborne, they are undefeated this year in divisional matchups. So that's got to account for something. But if you believe a rookie can give you similar production, which I like Bryce Young a lot, then go for it. I'm all for it.
I find it hard to believe.
Having a quarterback on a rookie deal is one of the most valuable things in the NFL.
No, it's not one. It is the most valuable. You are 100%
so
correct.
I'm not going to argue with you about that. I agree.
So why would I continue to pay somebody who proves time after time he can't make the throws? Why? Why am I sugarcoating it? And look, by the way, I will vocally come out from now and tell you, you cut Jared Goff. I am not putting Dan Campbell under some imaginary hot seat.
Right.
Because I understand there's a rookie quarterback, but I will have a certain expectation. I expect him to play well. I do expect him to grow. And I do think with what they're building, they have a great opportunity ahead of them, especially with what you'll see they can do in free agency. It's all in front of them. And I don't want to lose sight of that. But you got 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, 2 third-round picks. This quarterback isn't winning you games. And you know what? All of you, if he made the throw at him, you wouldn't be having this conversation. If he made that throw, we are legitimately talking about not only a playoff team who's going to make a push for it. We are talking about one of the most important wins in the last 10 years for the Lions. And not only that, we are talking about the Lions being in a great position to draft their franchise quarterback and sitting him behind Jared Goff. That is the conversation you are having this morning. So save me the bullshit.
But you don't
save it.
You know what frustrates me though? People when they get frustrated when Goff can't do things that we never expected him to be able to do, at least at a high level.
I need him to make a play every once in a while though, Jeff.
And he should be able to do that. But again, the same point for Ben Johnson. We'll sit here and talk about that 3rd and 1 play. That is not a play that Goff's. It's just not going to happen unless you give it to Amon-Ra over the middle. But still, in that situation for Chark in that throw, that's not a situation you put Goff in. It just isn't. Goff is, if you look at turnovers, since 2019, he has the most turnovers among all quarterbacks. But if you watch Goff through his career, good coaching, that overcomes and that helps Goff. So to ask Goff to do things he can't do is my problem, because we know what Goff is. He's a middle-of-the-pack quarterback. He's a quarterback that you have to kind of overcompensate for. You need a great defense. You need a run game. You need an offensive line. You need weapons. That's who Goff is. If you have guys like Josh Allen or some of the more dynamic quarterbacks, they can make up for the lack thereof of things on your football team. Goff can't do that. And the fact that they ask him to do certain things he cannot do frustrates me. That's Ben Johnson. That's Dan Campbell. If you're asking him to make a play to DJ Chark on a 3rd-and-1 situation late in the game, that is not Goff. He's not doing that. So that's what frustrates me. Goff is frustrating. But look at the narrative this entire year. A lot of it you can put on the defense. And if you want to say, well, Jeff, put some of that money that you're paying Goff towards the defense, I'm with you. But at the same time, don't ask Goff to do things he cannot do. He just can't. And that's the reality of it. That's coaching. So as much as I want to sit here and blame Goff, it's also the situations you're putting Goff in and asking him to do things he just can't do. He can't throw the ball downfield, at least not at a rate of some of the other better quarterbacks in the NFL. So I get the frustration, but Goff being in those situations and having to make that play to Chark frustrates me, because that is not a play you put in Goff's hands.
And again, can we all agree the Lions played well? Did the Lions play well?
Yes, of course. And we're going to get into it because there's a lot of things I liked. But
a lot of positives to walk away from.
But
you have to acknowledge what didn't go right. You have to tell the full story here, everybody.